Manufacture, which one famous company that we know is Arcturus. We're known for mainly is the things that we've seen out here is they're really good beginner packages all the way through. That's brought to you by Airsoft Master. A lot of their famously technically known AK, and my video for the bad Russian accent. Sorry guys, but hey, either way it works. But here we are, I have Danny with me from MOS Manufacture to talk about his booth at Arcturus and MOS and everything else to see what's new. Danny, by all means, welcome.
All right.
He's gonna be back. And then also, yeah, it's on you, bro.
Oh, okay. So what we want to go ahead and show in this SHOT Show 2025 is, of course, what we have at some of our bread and butter is our sports line series. What we have here is our Sports Series 3. You've already seen it, it's out in the market. The top one right here is you got that carbine length in black, available in two-tone and gray, followed by in the bottom by our PDW, as well as 3 different colors. But what I wanted to go ahead and introduce you is to our Neo series, which you see down here. 2 of our models are right here. What we call the Neo series is more of a more budget, friendlier airsoft. And what we mean by that is we have, high, durable polymer body. The internals is going to be a micro switch, and then it's also going to be, inline MOSFET. So when we say budget friendly is, we're looking at something, right out of the box that's good, but affordable as well. This is a little bit different to our sports line series, which you see is our SE model, which has our optical trigger and our programmable ETU. So this is something that will be coming out on Q2, available in 2 different sizes. As you can see, a 10.6 and a 7.9.
And one thing that I will say in regards about these rifles, like specifically, again, it does come out true. You still have the same reliability, you still have that same setup, but extras, like Danny said, was about the inline MOSFET. So it is programmable, all that stuff. And what also is nice about the inline MOSFET as well is it does help protect out your 11.1 LiPos and give it that better performance out there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So anything else you want to?
Yeah. Why don't we just go right around the wall?
All
what we have here is you are already familiar with our NY06 series, which is our metal rail and polymer body. Of course, you do have the ambi selector switch with the ambi release, mag release, of course, in our larger size and our PDW size. But in this SHOT Show now, we're introducing our Advancer series, which you see down here. It has the same concept, basically a metal rail, polymer body. This one is actually just one side, it's not ambi. And then you do have a minimalist, or what I would say a slim stock on the back. You do have that FE feature, which is the programmable and the optical trigger on it. So, we have 2 different models, Model 1 and Model 2, and then 3 different sizes as well. So this is something that we also adding to our AR series.
Alrighty. I mean, I do like the actual the CB. That's like one of our popular that we did sell out a lot of it. But also, again, I do like is that minimalistic style because it does help us cheek in a lot better in comparison to like sometimes the wide. Even though our battery storage, but again, it's still something I really do like on that as well.
And then that's something that you will see also in the end of Q2.
That we know about recently that is very, very popular with Arcturus is the CAT system. The CAT system is very modular. What we've seen is what we know is switching the magazine magwell to a 5.56 to an AK. But Dan, are you telling me there's something else that's new on here?
Yeah. So what we are introducing, I'll just go ahead and skip to the good thing, I guess, is we added to our CAT series. This is our CAT 10. So basically, as you can see here, we have that MP5 style magazine. And then it does have, like we were talking about the swappable magwell. As you can see, just go ahead and do this. Put that right there. And these are also sold separately, as well as a magazine. Another feature that I would like to go ahead and add to this series is, of course, PDW stock. Oh, that went ahead and came out. It also has a brace. You just go ahead and, have that right there. But yeah.
So one thing I will admit about the CAT series on here as well is not only that we're going to see that the CAT 9 and 10 already have the standard FE optical programmable MOSFET system, we're also going to see the updated down the road for the same thing that's going to happen to the 5 and 7, and more future projects are going to be included with the FE MOSFET and system in there as well. Again, really nice system. So also one thing I will give credit to is for Arcturus, eat your heart out ATF, we actually got a brace now for airsoft.
All right, so another thing that we are introducing is, yes, another AR. It's all right.
Hey,
you can't never get enough. You can't get enough.
Can't go wrong with it
You
either.
can't go wrong with it. So what we have here is our AR-15 series. We have our long boy right here. So basically this one is full metal. So we're going back to the roots of full metal. You know, those guys that like to have that weight, have that kind of the realism, you know. So what we have here is like full metal, of course, seeing the handguard and the receiver. Minimalist stock for those people that like how you were saying, cheeking. You go ahead and put a LiPo battery in here. We have 4 different sizes actually. PDW, we are one more here, but as well. But the other one that I wanted to talk to you about is the one that we released as well, is our Saber series. So let me go ahead and pick this guy up right here.
By all means.
So we got a Saber series, has that MK16 rail. Really, really nice to feel. Just go ahead and take that one guy right there.
One thing I do like about this is the fact that, again, it reminds me of like that Block 3 SOP-mod style system. Again, you still have the full monolithic M-locks ready to go and everything else. I do like your nice style of the dust cover into this, and this actually is a pretty nice setup right here with the stock, having like a nice rubberized system. So again, comfortable and everything else all the way through, and then, but. Just wondering as well, I do see it in the carbine. By any chance, are you going to be releasing like the SBR version, like a 9.5 or anything?
Yes, actually there is a 9.5 as well. So there's 2 options for this. You have a 13.5 and a 9.5.
Alrighty, so I mean, this is probably something I would probably get for myself as well, because I love that carbine, I love the full metal look, that's like my style for milsim, but also having like that close quarter combat situations inside for indoors, hey, that's probably going to be my look into it. So yeah, this is something I would get definitely right off the bat.
Our AK line, of course. What's RGK doing here? Anyways.
Hey, New Year 2024.
Yes, there you go. We would like to present to you our RGK award. There you go. We were actually, for our ATAK, we did get best release for an AK style. So we have here our ATAK line right here with our AK-12, our go-to guy, AK-12 and AK-12K at the bottom, you know.
One thing I do have to admit about the AKs I do like is it's very heavy and almost realistic. Honestly, and the one thing is, instead of paying for like a realistic or that heavy weight, you guys are still reasonable on the pricing for it, specifically on the advanced too. And I do like how the different styles. I mean, not too long ago, actually, a customer bought the 12K. He loves it and whatnot in that system. So I gotta admit, it's actually really nice to see that out there. And then, of course, like, for seeing how the advance and everything and whatnot. So has anything changed on like regards of like the internals or anything as well?
We are still with our FV. Like I said, that is our bread. Everything that you will see is going to carry our FE model. So, you know, everybody wants to go ahead and be able to program all those features, those really nice features. So I feel like the airsoft industry is moving in that aspect, you know.
And I do like that too, because what they do is include inside the packaging as well is the programming card in there. So in case if you want to do like active braking or other programs like into the burst system, they do have that instructions inside per inside every single rifle with the booklet and instructions out there. So they got you on that as well.
Definitely. And then one of my favorites personally is our K9T. You know, I'm a Z-Spec guy. I love the furniture. So we can't forget these guys. These are our guys, man. We are known for the AKs, you know. So we got our 2 guys here you've seen before, the FE model and our PP19s.
And I gotta admit, I do like the PP19, especially the long boy. Even though, yes, my Russian accent wasn't as good, but it's close enough for a good review. Same thing, again, I do like is that Leader Series style rail on there. It's just something about it, it's more unique in comparison to like the standard traditional, but also I do like is that new style as well, where you do have it as monolithic on here, but just the minimalistic style with the rails on the sides. So something is a lot more, you can say more modular yet still lightweight, and that's actually pretty good. All right. And then I think you want to show me something else.
Of course,
something with Danny. Now that we already talked about the AEGs, the Modular CAT system, the inline MOSFET, and everything else, but now this?
Exactly. We are entering the gas blowback. So what I have here is our Vanguard series. So basically it's our high kappa series. You'll see these, as you can see here, we have our 4.3 with a compensator and an optic. So we have a variety, just to go ahead and go back. We have a 4.3 and a 5, both in black, tan, and two-tone. That's what we'll be going ahead and have. That's going to be available in Q2. Something that I want to go ahead and point out that we have that is very unique or very that we were really proud of in our high kappa is they've been working for this for a while, and then they've been working on improving stuff. And what's really reliable about this is like the air efficiency, its FPS consistency, and the durability. Unique feature as well as that you get those guys that are always dropping their mags as well. So that everybody always has this feature. You want to go John Wick that thing, and then it just breaks on you. So
Guilty.
what we did is different material really reinforce the feeding lip. So you won't have to worry about so much about breaking those feeding lips. All right. I know everybody always has that feature. You're always spending a lot of money on these bad boys. At least now that's going to be helpful. Another thing is we do have an ambi release. This is of course for a right-handed, and then we also have this one right here for a left-hander right there. So what you could go ahead and do is you could just go ahead and swap it out by a screw. So you have it released here, you got that screw there, and then just go ahead and swap it out. So if you're left-handed or right-handed, we're not excluding you guys, so you could go ahead and swap that out, all right?
Nice.
And then it does come in a different variety. What I mean a variety is you can either go ahead and get it in standalone with the iron sight. You could go ahead and get it in optic ready, which would be without the iron, without the red dot. You could get one with the compensator for the 4.3, or you could get the whole bundle where it's basically compensator, optic ready, and you have everything ready to go ahead and go.
And then speaking about like swapping and all this stuff as well, just wanted to know right off the bat, a lot of the customers are going to ask about this down the road. Is it swappable for like TM compatible parts or anything like that?
Exactly. So this is 100% TM compatible. Ooh, so for you, those guys that like to go ahead and, we know that you guys are going to break this down and do all your things. We're looking out for you. So this is going to be TM compatible. It is TM compatible.
Nice. And one compliment I have to give for the Arcturus style on this one is I like how very modern it is today for like taking the traditional like what we've seen on the high kappas as we normally do. But I do like is that grip is very more futuristic in that style for 2025. So that is a pretty good thing. But once again, for the whole thing, Danny, I do appreciate you for allowing me to come to the booth and everything else. And at the same time, thank you for everything, sir.
Definitely.
And if you're looking for products like these, do check us out at airsoftmaster.com. But expect these to be soon in the second quarter. And we'll see you guys till next time.
This video is brought to you by Airsoft Master.